7 Commanders. My name is Commander Will, Fearion of the Vortex Squadron. Welcome back. It's Friday. It's a glorious Friday. Some glorious things going on. We are once again checking some things out in Elite Dangerous. It is a Galactic Pulse Day, which means I will be talking to the Galactic Collective and getting their feelings about things today and sharing my own, because that's what I do here. Share my feelers with you, because you guys need to know all my feelings and try not to hurt them. I hate when my feelings are hurt. Now, okay, so this thing's already doing what it needs to. All right, that's good. So we are here today, and we're going to talk about, obviously, Seo Jin-ae is just popped out of the woodwork and some other things, and we're going to talk about those. And then, obviously, go into what's kind of going on in the game, as far as we can tell right now. So let's get to it, Commanders. So we got an important message from, and I don't know if I even need to show it to you. It's all over the internet. But basically, Seo Jin-ae has decided to leave her post at Aegis, however you say it, and go on a mission. She believes that Salvation survived the attack from the Thargoids after he attacked the Thargoids and they returned fire and supposedly destroyed his body. She believes that his Katra, so to speak, like if you're into Star Trek, you'll know what that means, and has deposited it somewhere, but we don't know where. Now, I've heard speculation that it might be in her own head, that he might have put himself in her head, and maybe he had planned at some point to become Seo Jin-ae. Boy, they got to quit making these names so difficult for us content creators, okay? This is tough. I have trouble. I have a hard enough time remembering my own name. So, anyway, so she made an announcement that she was going to try to go locate Salvation and destroy him. Now, the thing that, fourth wall breaking, I guess, but I'm not sure why this just showed up now, why this has happened, because she's actually been, the war's been over for a while, right? So, and you can say, well, they were busy with this, that, and the other thing, but, what is going on with why is this timeline important, and what does it have to do with, HIP 460 or any of that? Because if you remember correctly, after the war was over, which is what Seo Jin talks about in her a little spiel. I think it's actually in the Galnet notes, so we can kind of pull it up right here if we want, so we don't have to go all cray. And we'll get to that part too. So she's gonna take a hiatus and go looking for her salvation. So that sounds amazing. She was a test subject to talk with, be able to contact. Well, actually, be able to. She was going to be originally. She were going to have her piloting a scout ship, which I think would be amazing. That should still happen, and we should be able to pilot those bad boys too. But she wants to go out and find the dude and kick his ass. She wants to give him butt kicking. That's okay. I ain't got no problem with that part. I'm just not sure what it signifies, if it's just a closure thing of that whole, is that whole thing over now? 22460 has been, HIP 22460 has been eradicated of all Thargoids. So the only aggressive Thargoids that are left are in the California Nebula. And we're going to get into that more later. But tomorrow we'll probably be addressing some of that in California, because I think some people are still confused. We're going to try to clear that up as much as we can tomorrow on Saturday. Okay, so we'll do that tomorrow. That's at 2 p.m. Mountain. So Google it, guys. It's if you don't know how to Google your time zone, you better figure it out. Google's been around a long time. You can probably even ask your Alexa or whatever, So just get her done. Get her done, my peeps. Let's get this party started. So she's been recuperating, and then all of a sudden she pops out of bed and says, "Hey, I'm gonna go kick Salvation's ass." And they're like, "Okay, sounds good. Come back. We'll see you when we see you." And then she's off on her own. So I don't know. It's a very weak story. It's not a lot was going on there. Not a lot was unraveled there. I think she very much was a non-consensual Thargoid mole. And 07 to you, tongue sausage. Yeah. So and then attached was a message from Yeah. So yeah, this whole thing, this is just a weird 197. Now I guess too. This could also be an indicator that we should go see what this place is right here, HIP 26176. I mean, it's probably just a dead system, but it might have something like you might be able to find some, digital clues in there. Some of these guys, they know how to go in there and scan all the radio waves or whatever and figure out things. Maybe that's what that's about. I'm not sure. Not smart enough, but hey. And then, of course, obviously, that all leads back to HIP 22460, which was eradicated of all Thargoids by the lovely XSF and AXI groups and caused a big stink amongst the AXI people, especially me, because I was the one that led the charge against that. I don't want them to eradicate all Thargoids in the galaxy, because then that's the one. All the game loops for that were very fun, and we adored them, and we hope they come back. And if they don't, well, that will be sad. But we're hoping that one day we get some of those, at least a good swath of them to come back in some form would be amazing, because we love that stuff. Anyway, so. And they keep referencing the 197 souls. Not sure what's going on. I don't know. Sounds like a plane wreck. And then, they're not going to make any comment on that. Aegis is not going to make a comment on that. So, yeah, that's what's kind of going on there. So I don't know if that's an upcoming event that's going to go down, or why they're doing it, or whatever. There's also been talk about the Guardians a couple times, not necessarily in this direct manner from the game company, but I know that Galnet News Digest have been putting out stuff about the Guardians, and a lot of people talk about the Guardians all the time because they still want to know what the hell's going on with those guys. But the most we know about the Guardians is that they're mostly gone. There may be another sect of them out there that are anti-technology. So I don't know, why they would come back or why we would see them or whatever. I don't know. So, actually, let's see. I heard they were looking at the storyline about the bio capsule and Thargoid hostages. I smell more war. Well, of course, we should have more war. Yeah, that'd be nice. All that stuff you're saying, Tongues, I like it. You're getting a...
That's the most outstanding answer I've ever heard. You must have a goddamn IQ of 160. You are goddamn gifted. You're a goddamn genius.
Damn genius is what you are. Goy damn genius. The Thargoids eventually noticed her and invaded her mind, resulting in an attack on Sol. Well, I mean, old virgin. I'm sure they're always aware that she was there, but when they did scan her mind, I mean, it's debatable as to whether or not the information they gleaned was from her. It could have also been a way to short out her stuff that she's got in her head to not be able to hear them anymore because they're not dead, right? So you know that there's the actual Thargoids floating around still with the same tattoos as all the rest of them that we've seen so far. So they're not all dead. They're just, they're just at least whatever mission they were on. So whether that mission wasn't to destroy us. Yeah, I remember. Um, that yes, they told us that they invaded her mind and all that, but that doesn't necessarily mean what they say in those things doesn't. It's not necessarily like a truth bomb. Sometimes it's to distract us from what we want. What's really going on. They also have these beacons that they left around all over the place when they were killed that are displaying the. I don't have the picture handy, but there's a handy dandy photo going around of what they're broadcasting even after their supposed death. Also, we've never actually been able to kill them anyway. Even when Salvation dropped the Proteus wave, they literally reversed it and came back. Yeah, I'm not so sure we actually got that word, but they do distract us a lot, and they do circumvent our expectations a lot. And depending, I don't know who writes their story stuff for them. So why this came back now? Why this? Why if this is just? I mean, is it really that straightforward? Is it really what's going on? Why do they need to do that then? I don't know. It just seems kind of weak to me. I don't know. And sometimes we overthink things, and sometimes the developers overthink things, and sometimes we all overthink things together. And maybe that's just the truth. But I don't know why that would be a thing. And what are we going to get? What are we going to gain from it? You know what I mean? If she's able to do this with Salvation, what does that mean for Thargoid human relationship? You know what I mean? Because most of the humans, I'm going to go out on a limb and say most of the humans are okay with Thargoids being around as long as they're not attacking us. Who cares? That's how I am. I don't. That's why when I go out to California and all that, I typically stick with the Thargoids that are aggressive because they're trying to kill us. They're trying to kill me. Now the other ones, the little passive ones that just come up to you and say hello, I don't care about them. They can go do their thing. I mean, if you want to, practice on those or whatever, fine. But it's probably just easier just to even go in and go into the straight on into the conflict zones and just deal with them. Well, I'm sure it could be OV, and by the way, 07. It could be, but the thing is they're intentionally bringing this up now. I mean, they kind of backed way off the Thargoid stuff, went right into, the power play, and basically pushed us to the power play. Then they pushed us to the colonization, and pretty soon they're going to push us to the squadrons 2.0. And so I don't know, I don't know where this fits into all that. That's all I'm saying. And sure, and I agree, there's a lot of speculation that could be had. And you're welcome to speculate all you love. I love speculation. I'm just not sure where it is. I like to know. From what I've heard from other creators, they're not really sure either, but nobody's really questioning the fact that, this has been a dormant story for a few months, and then all of a sudden, poof, it's back. We're not sure what's coming. There's got to be some stuff coming. We just can't wait to find out what it is, and what's the outcome going to be. And hopefully it's not some kind of shenanigans to eradicate all Thargoids from the game again, because I don't really want to blow my. I don't want to really feel like blowing another gasket right now. So those guys about did me in when they got rid of 22-460. So I about had a coronary right there. Right there. I was going to fly to Europe just so I could have a coronary right there at the UK towers, man. So I was excited. So right now, for right now, we offered Seo Jin-ae a little. We offered a little ship she can go look around on. This is Alexandria Jameson's ship, who is a descendant of John Jameson. You may know him, you may not. So that they're gonna go ahead and we're gonna let her borrow that. See if she can go find him. Ah, well, welcome on in, Mackie. Yes, I know there's more in there because I've seen it, but yeah, I don't know if it's the bit of the story that tells where salvation went, or is it the story that tells, that salvation kept effing around and finding out. I don't know. What does it say? That's what I want to know. I want to know. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'd be interested to see what the rest of that story is. No other content creator that I'm aware of has mentioned exactly what said story is. So I'm really more interested in what it is. Whether I know there's weird stuff everywhere. Yeah, they took HIP 22-460 and turned it into a skin waterfall for us, which was atrocious in my mind. And so, yeah, we'll give her that chip to borrow for now. So today, I don't know if you got any more info on the actual why and what is going on over there. That'd be great. Otherwise, we'll just have to keep waiting until, we'll keep waiting until Commander Exo or Burr or Father Bill, those guys. Now, does Father Bill, since you're there, Mackie, do you know if does Father Bill run the Fatherhood? Yeah, no, I mean, you can go there. I haven't gone there. I haven't gone there mostly because I protested it really hard when they did that. I was not happy about that. I don't think they should have eradicated those Thargoids. Those Thargoids, that's a monument system, and I don't like them throwing away monuments. It was also replayable content, so you could continually go there and play there with your AX ships that they sold everybody just before the end of the war. And so I was a little bit miffed about them taking that away. I'm just curious because the Fatherhood, there's a group out near California that the Fatherhood, they're all over the place out there. So I was just curious whose group that is because I haven't. I guess I could try to look it up in Anara, but I was just curious. No biggie. We're in a lot of places right now too because we've got a lot of people out there colonizing. So, we got a few. We got a handful, which is all you really need to colonize the entire galaxy. But it's still gonna take us around 900 years though. So we're gonna do the best we can, and hopefully some of us will, a couple generations from now, we'll be able to finish that project up for us. So today I am at, where are we at? I think I said where we're at. Oh yeah, we're out here by the Vortex Syndicate. This is a place I've been working on a little bit. Not much, just a bit. But we got a couple construction sites. So this is going to be the Syndicate. This is going to be a dark, it's a dark system, but it's also going to be a criminal system. So we do have a criminal outpost in here. And then, of course, we have a lot of other things going on. And let's see what that even says. Yeah. There we go. Vortex Syndicate. And that's run by our Vortex Continuum. Yay. All right. So, yeah, this is one of the systems that I put together. This is going to be the actual probably the primary system for the continuum, at least the syndicate part of it. So we have a lot of different things going on. Kind of looking forward to that the Squadrons 2.0 for, as I want to see how they yeah. Yeah, Mackie. I was not. I had lots of issues towards the end of that there, and they never even brought them back. They could still sell that stuff because you can still go to California. Now, if they take it away from California, at least as far as I know, we haven't really gone looking any further because we found something. But if it goes out any further, if there's other Thargoids in conflict zones out there in the black, that'd be amazing. But I'm okay with 1,000 light years. That's okay because we have logistic centers all the way down, up and down. So we got all that. But yeah, so this is where I'm at right now. We're gonna do some more stuff in here, at least get it semi-functional. And yeah, so we found this place, and it was real close to our original system, LTT 7126. So I wanted to go ahead and try to get the vortex continuum out of there and get them, somewhere else. Get them going somewhere else. So we're doing that. I'm doing that, but it's a slow process. I'm not super excited about doing this really fast. Yeah, but if you want to help out, you're welcome. It's the Scorpii sector QC-V A2-4. And yeah, there's a couple of little things right here that are being worked on. And then after that, I got some more. I'm going to put some more down. I'm just trying to do it in a way I can remember what the heck I was working on. Just, it can be a little tricky because sometimes I forget because it takes too long, because you can't do everything like lickety split all the time, You got to go get materials, you got to bring it back, stuff like that. So that's where this one's at. Also, the if you haven't been to there yet, let's see. Oh, I still have a fine. All right, so support Nakato Kane. We already did that. We need to get that turned in. So we should do that soon. What else do we got? We should go we got to go at least go pick up the stuff. Well, I don't even think we can really pick it up. We're going to have to ship it. We'll have to ship everything to its appropriate carrier. We just definitely have to turn in the event and close it out for us. I'd love to see how we did. Let's get a, how'd I do? I was in the top 50. Woo. Yeah, baby. That's right. I kicked some ass. That's what I did. And then let's see, let's go here. And where is she at? Oh, she's in Apura. I'm not even that far away. I'm really close. Oh, yeah. So what are we? 5 jumps. And we would never do that in this ship. No, no, no. We're going to have to change that ship. So we'll have to switch over. And we'll go close this out. Yeah. Yeah, I was not happy about that either. I wish they'd still sell that stuff. Because it's still useful. You can still go to the California Nebula. You can go to any of the... You can still use AX stuff in any of the nebulas, pretty much. It's just that the aggressive ones only, that we know of, only exist in California right now. And there's just a couple CZs. There's 2 different sectors. They're right by each other. And then there's the main one, which everybody goes to. And then there's a secret one next door. But most people just go to the main one. And then we go in there and we fight. So I'll probably go in there tonight or tomorrow, and then maybe tomorrow, because I want to go over all the AX, the current AX metas and all that, because there's still a lot of people that are confused or saying the wrong stuff, and I want to make sure the right stuff's out there before, so that people at least have the option to have the right stuff. What actually works out there now, because it's not the same as the old days. You could still survive with some of the old day stuff, but it's not really. If you're gonna do conflicts, you got to be a little bit. Got to kind of veer off to the side a little bit. They're not the same anymore. So Holy shit. That's a lot of CMMs. Well, you should be able to do that tonight. You can do that tonight and then, fly on over, come out with me if you want. There are bookmarks to all of that in our logistics. We have a logistics group in the Vortex Squadron Discord, which you can. I'll go ahead and give you guys a link if you want to join it. Just make sure you self-verify yourself, and get in there. And under the logistics, there's a couple pinned things in there that you can get the actual. If you want to use our logistics centers on the way out, that's fine. If you don't, not to worry. Just use Spance or whatever and get out there and do your thing. Now, let's see what else. All right, so yeah, we're gonna have to do a different. Got to do a different ship for this little project. This is gonna be an easy one. We could have loaned her the witch, but I didn't want her. I didn't know if that would be appropriate for her to be chasing around. Because this belongs to, not to salvation, but to one of his ancestors or descendants. And so, I didn't know if she would be okay with that. So I just said, whatever, Alexa was fine. So, okay, give it to her. Now, this is not the one I want. Let's go with we're not going to run any Thargoids, right? So we can go with, look at all these. Look at all these. I am bad. Let's see. Oh, yeah, because I want to go over all the different kinds of AX stuff you can use now, so that you don't have to, because I know it gets confusing, because a lot of people, they say certain things, but they haven't, let's just say they played back, maybe before the war. So they're like, they might have missed a few steps here and there. So all I'm saying is I'm going to try to cover those tomorrow. So yeah, well, this is a beautiful ship. Let's take that. Let's see if we can get that over there. I bet you it ain't no 5 jumps in this thing, boy. This is my super duper handy dandy traveling ship. Let's see what it does. Oh yeah. 2 jumps. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. You may not, tongues, you may not need to do that. There's a, you don't need to do that. Just go to, look it up. Go to, hold on, it's going to come to me. Let's see, soul, no. Shin, I'm trying to think of where it's by. No, wait, 7. Damn it, I can't remember the damn name of this place. Let's go over by Shin. Let's go over to Shin. I know, I'll remember it once I see it. Shin, I don't want it to target it. Just go over by it. Okay, right around here, the place. And we're real close to this place. So you don't want to go there. You want to go right here. There it is. Okay, I remember now. It's right in here. Go into V886 Centauri. All right. Go in there. And then we'll talk about this tomorrow. This is what we're going to talk about tomorrow. We'll go right here. Rescue ship Cornwallis. That's where all the AX weapons are. Don't bother with serious. You don't need any serious weapons. I mean, it'd be nice. I mean, you could do some good things if you had Ram Paul or whatever his name. What's his name? Dang it! Why can't I remember? Or Rand Paul? What? What the hell is his name? I don't know. I can't remember anybody's name right now. I'm totally drawing a blank. Let me see. Man, I'm losing it. Let's see. Ram Ta. Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah. That guy. Yeah. Thanks. Woo, yeah. My brain is cooked, bro. This was a busy week at work. All right, so yeah, my brain is cooked. So yeah, Ram Ta, because if you have him, then you can do your thing. But don't bother unlocking all that stuff. Just go down here, go to Cornwallis. Got to make sure you pick up the good scanner. Make sure you get the scanner, the good AX scanner there. It's 2,000. It's got a 2,000 kilometer range. And then you want to 07 DJ. Good to see you. Get that and pick up the neutralizer. You can pick up the lower version. You can pick up the smaller version of the neutralizer, right? So you don't need the one that does the pulse wave and all that, because Titans don't exist right now, so we don't need that one. Just the regular one. And then pick up some, obviously you're going to want to pick up caustic sink launchers and heat sinks if you can, just to have them. I mean, you don't necessarily have to put them on. Depends on what ship you build. And we can talk about different versions of the ships. Now, once you get to those multi-cannons, that you can buy the multi-cannon there as well. Now they're not the super high-end multi-cannons, but they will do the job. Obviously, if you can engineer your ship, especially around the hull and stuff like that, it's always better. Don't necessarily need a shield, but it just depends on how you fly, But I don't recommend a shield because it just causes too much trouble for me. But some people like them. I don't like them. Shield's only really helpful if you're only fighting Cyclops and scouts. So anyway, yeah, so that's what's going on with that. But we'll get into that tomorrow. I'll try to go over as many different versions of the ships as possible. Just the basic versions, and I'm not going to go through like every single iteration of every single kind of ship. I'm going to tell you why you use this and why you use that. And then if you do it, by the time you're done, you'll be a billionaire and you get all the weapons and stuff that you need. And when these guys come back, when these Thargoids come back, we'll be ready for them. Or at least more ready than we were the first time they came in. Right? Because the first time they came in, they did us dirty for a while. They kicked our ass for a while. I remember, first time I went in there, I got my ass whipped. Whip it good. Yeah, but there is no serious weapons that you need. And the only other thing you're going to end up doing is you're going to want to unlock which one do we want to unlock? You might want to unlock the Guardian Tech at some point, but I'm not so worried about. I wouldn't worry about that right away. But what you want to do is once you get the initial ship set up, you go out, because to get the upgraded multi-cannons, you have to go out and kill Thargoids. What a concept. To get a better weapon to kill them, you have to go kill them. So then you do that, you suffer for a little while, but eventually you get enough parts together, and then you go buy the bigger stuff. Now, I don't think you can't sell those on carriers, so you have to come back to the bow for that. But that one you have to come back to. But Cornwallis has those too. Cornwallis has both versions of the multi-cannons. You don't necessarily need. You're probably going to need a stabilizer, either a 3 or a 5 or both. At some point, you might need to switch them out for one or the other, and then you're just going to need to, then you're just going to have to knock out getting the parts, getting the upgrades to your guns, and once your guns are upgraded, then you can work on, you can still work on, if you can get your hull modified and all that stuff. You'll be a much happier commander. That's all I can say. There will be much happiness in your life. Apura! Yay, we're going in hot, boys. See that? Yeah, my joystick's still cold. It's still jerking a little bit. Yeah, Tig, I will when I get out there. I'm not gonna go back. I might go back tonight or tomorrow. It just depends. I gotta go get some. I think I need some tritium. Right now we're just. I got my second account, getting materials for this system I was just coming out of there, and so I will probably log on with that one at some point, and then go ahead and get ready for that for tomorrow, and then we'll go out there and we'll just, like I said, I want to go over some of the actual the builds and what you can do to at least, if nothing else, if you just want to make some cash, or you want to get some parts together or whatever. I mean, there's even, there's other stuff you can do too to go get, if you want to upgrade your SEO drive, stuff like that. And I'm not going to be showing too many old ships. The only old ships I'm still, talking about with AX would be a crate or a anaconda, and that's it. Wow, look at that. 07 to you there. Willy-nilly. Good to see ya. We're going to pick up this, where's the Fuka U? There it is, Fuka U. All right, let's go to that one. Yeah, we're just going to pick up my 10,000 distributors that I should have now. We're not going to really pick them up. We're just going to turn in the event, and then go back to the carrier, and then we can ship them over. Ship them over. Uh-oh. She's going a little too hot. Mila's a little bit too hot right now. She needs to calm down. There we go. Let's get her in there. There we go. You just take it easy there, little Milano. You just need to turn them sizzlines down a little bit. So, anything going on anywhere else? Sacre bleu. I love that. All right, we're coming in. We're coming in, boys. There is a shenanigan on the horizon right here. Shenanigans coming in hot. All right, we're going too fast again. See if we get lucky. We did get lucky. Mahala. All right, there we go. Another thing too. This one in particular. I believe this is one of them. This version of the orbitals are supposed to have on the end. You're supposed to be able to put engines on it. And they're supposed to be mobile. So I wonder if they're going to ever do that. If they're going to let us do the mobile version of these. Then we can just, that's even bigger than the fleet carrier, man. It's like Jack Station, that flies around all over the place. Wonder what the jump time on that sucker's gonna be. We won't hear too much until the end of this month anyway, so we can just, basically, it's basically chill month. If you had something else you want to play, that's a good time to do it.
Access granted. Prep for arrival on landing pad 4-1. Automated approach authorized. All clear, Commander.
Yeah, let's go ahead. Let me in. Let me in, Fuka. Fuka. Yeah, and I want to go over a bunch of this, at least the current, the current versions of stuff. So you don't have to worry about, you don't have to start from the very beginning. That's too many iterations, man. The Thargoids changed a million times on us, so we had to change a lot. We came back though. We got it rocking after a while.
Landing successful. Clear to offload. Welcome, Commander.
Have you guys heard that voice for? There's at least one. I've heard a few new voices. I don't know if these were added recently. And then what else did I just see? I just saw something else too. There was something else I just saw, and I was like, hey, that's kind of new. But I can't remember what it is. Oh, there was a new email. Is this new too? You guys tell me. I don't know. But I've never seen this mail before right here. This new assignments one, is that new? So I've never seen, I don't remember ever seeing that one either. Let's see. I don't see it like down here, right? So yeah, I don't see it anywhere else. So is this a new one too, where it tells you the assignments are new? Oh, Ark, yeah, that game. Okay, yeah, yeah. A couple of my friends play that as well. They have their own servers and whatever. They're kind of nutty about it, and they're definitely hoarders. I don't know how their servers even run as many animals and things, and they breed everything together. I don't know how the game keeps up with all that, but somehow it does. Okay, so let's go to Starboard Services, go to Mission Board. We're going to go to the Community Goals, and then we are going to go to where we signed up, and it looks like we got top 50%. 170 mils. My contribution was 10,016. Now we should get that. Boom, it's closed. And then... so we should be able to. I think we'll just go back to the carrier because there's no. I can't put any more distributors on the ship. Distributors not something you can pick up usually. You have to do some weird shit unless you're gonna pick it up with the ship that needs the thingy. 07U there, Uncle J. So we'll just head back over the carrier and ship that stuff over, and call it good. But, cause yeah, we'll go, like I said, I gotta do some jumps, get back over to, California. I might have to go get some, I might need some, I don't know why I can't, the word that came to my head right then was thermal paste. Don't need thermal paste. I need some tritium. And that'll be fine. Let's see. Look at that, 2 jumps. Yeah. All right. It's a good ship. It's a good jumper. We hauled. What did we haul, buddy? What are you hauling? Did you get your little system built? There, Willie? I know you were working on getting a system over there. In California Nebula. So that's pretty cool, right? Alright, we need to get to getting. Look, an Earth-like. That's one system I have not found yet. I want the Earth-like one, and I want the one that looks like Mustafar, the volcanic. Maybe I'll get lucky and find them both in one place. But right now, I just want to finish that one. I just want to finish that one system that I built, because that one's got sentimental value. Once I get that one built, I'll be pretty happy to. I got some really cool systems to work on, but it's just a matter of how long do I want to spend doing the work. Oh, it's down the pot. Okay. So what do you, I thought, did you not? Okay, so you didn't actually grab one yet? Are you going to grab one out by California? That's what I'm also curious. Or are you going to grab one more towards the bubble? Either way is fine. Or you could, if you really want to get freaky, you could grab one out in my secret location. In the secret location, the secret fear location. Which I'm pretty sure is going to be pretty cool.
Frameshift drive charging.
I want to see if there's anything else out there I want. So there's a lot of places that people aren't interested in. There's only certain, there's certain places in the game that people are really super interested in getting to. Other than that, it's a wide open galaxy. You can start wherever you want, It's just easier to start off of somebody else's trail. So if they've already opened up this line of stations out to somewhere and you want to kind of go that way, but you need a little boost, you just go and, follow their little trail. And maybe somebody has, led the way to where you want to go. Because a lot of people, they're not that, at least I don't think they are. I haven't heard any stories about it, but, they'll let you go do what you want. Oh, okay. Hauling gives me the heebie-jeebies. Yeah. Well, just give it a little bit of time, Willie. I think they might help us out, maybe, when this new fleet carrier comes out and the new larger cargo ship comes out. I still wish that the what's it called, the fleet carrier could hook directly to wherever you want to get materials from and just have it, just offload stuff directly to it. That'd be amazing. But I sometimes my ideas are not picked up by the mainstream and not accepted. So who knows? Maybe. I was gonna say there's a lot of stuff though that I did a bunch of podcasts and stuff, because I've been doing content for Elite for several years, but but a lot of the older stuff that I was doing maybe a couple of years ago, a lot of that stuff I was talking about actually came true. I was saying this is we should do this or they should do that, and a lot of that stuff, like the housing stuff. At the time I didn't know that they were coming out with the housing, and I actually mentioned the fact that they already have the housing. They just need to make it to where we can place it on the ground. They ended up doing that, so that was kind of cool. And a lot of other things. There's been a lot of things that, I kind of know what I want out of the galaxy, how it would, and I know that the galaxy is really super big, and I know people don't necessarily get it. They know it's big, but they don't really understand how big. Literally every star we're looking at right now, you can actually go to every single star on this screen right here. Those are not fake stars. Those are real. You can go to every single one of them, and there's a whole bunch in between that you probably can't even see. May not even be bright. Boy, they got me going back in here. This is where the station is. There's a station here. It does have some. I had to do a loop of shame. I can't believe it. After all that, I had to do. Oh, there it is. But so yeah, this is where the station is for this system. It's very dark here, so you got to be ready. However do you want me? However do you need me? Well, that's good. I'm glad you got some slapping done there. So we'll have to see what old Seo Jin-ae is up to. Not really sure at this point. But like I said, tomorrow we'll go ahead and we'll do a full gamut on the AX stuff for tomorrow. I think right now everything is real quiet. BGS is still acting wonky. Power play there's some shenanigans going on with power play, but I don't know how to explain it. So, because I don't really play power play, but there is some large movement that's there's probably some shenanigans going on. They were like, why would people if they're gonna, cheat? Why do they, go to the nth degree? Because they don't know any better, and they think they're being funny, and they don't think anybody's paying attention. But they find out after they mess around a little bit. So, there it is. All right. So now, if I look in here, let's just go ahead and see because this one, I'm sure, is We're just gonna go down here and then we're gonna take a look and see what kind of, how many distributors I can ship over here. Should be able to ship 4 over here at least, right? I think it was 4. Might be more. It might be 6. It's definitely a bowel movement from what I heard. Absolutely right. No, there's a movement like undermining movement. There's huge swaths of undermining movement that, according to different groups out there, is impossible. You can't move that much in one sitting. So they're trying to figure that out. So hopefully that gets investigated. We don't care. We do powers when they pay us money. All right, so let's just go stored modules. I'm just going to say it was a distributor, right? Wait, no, we want to go just straight up. Oop. No, hello, distributors. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. How come I don't see any distributors? Am I missing it? Power distributor. Okay, now that's what I'm talking about. 2A. Okay, super conduits, weapon focus. Let's see. This is okay, so that one's in Apura. There's a lot. Okay, so oh yeah, look at all these out in Apura. There's a whole bunch. There's a whole bunch. I got more distributors out here than you can shake a stick at. Oh my lord. All right, so let's go ahead and bring these in. $28B, that's a nice chunk. 28 billions. Oh yeah. Yeah, well, you know, I work hard, boys. I work hard so you don't have to. Yeah, that's only it was higher, but I gave about 10 billion to my second account so I could get a second fleet carrier. Then they're like, "Hey, by the way, guys, we're coming out with a squadron's fleet carrier." Oh my god. God dang it. Now what I gotta do? Now what am I gonna have to do? There's gonna be some shenanigans, boys. System focused. And also we gotta find out on these distributors if you can still put experimentals on them. I'm sure you can. I don't see why you couldn't. Well, you do colonization. I mean, the easiest way to do it is do colonization. So you have your second account, you set up your first account, you go claim a system, and then you put into your carrier a buy order for all the materials, and then you go buy it all with your second account, and then bring it back, and then you sell it to your carrier. And then after you do that, then you take the carrier to the location of where it needs to go to dump said materials. And then you go to where it is and you put all that stuff on sale again. And then you sell it to your second account at a really low price. So you kind of have to trick the system. You put it up so that only your squad mates or whatever can get on it. And then you just keep doing that. And then you sell it to yourself again at a low price. And then when they drop it off at the port where the materials get dropped, then they make gazillions. I only had to do it one time to get 10 billion. I only had to do one, the primary small station in a system, and I was able to transfer that much. Yeah, buy low, sell high, shit like that. But it's to yourself, so it's, you you'll know. You don't want it. You basically want to walk away with more money in your second account's pocketbook, and your first account's pocketbook should be a little light. You know what I mean? So, That's how you do it, boys. It's pretty easy. I was struggling with, because I was going to do it with like tritium or something, but then, you know, when colonization came out and I started looking at it, I was like, oh, well, this is even better because, I mean, you can make a ton of money from certain materials trade, you know, really well, 10,000% or whatever. And you wouldn't want to do this just for anybody, but I mean, unless you're just ludicrously rich. But I mean, there's a lot. I am transferring a lot of distributors here. I mean, I am just feeling like there is just a serious amount of distributors coming my way. So I did that, and then I went out and I bought the carrier for the second account. Wait, why is it trying to sell it? Oh, because it's too big. Okay. All right, so none of these have to be moved. Okay, good. Hopefully I didn't sell anything I wasn't supposed to. What's this one? Yeah, I don't think any more are out it. Okay, yeah, you're right. Because they weren't that big anyway. Okay, so that's how many we got coming. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11. I have 11 distributors coming. Core internal. Okay, nothing I could do right now, but yeah, I wanted to make sure that I don't have any I can buy back. So I'm going to make sure I didn't accidentally sell them. Yeah, it'd be great. But that would not be part of the fun. I mean, why would they do that? Then they'd have to figure all that stuff out. I think a lot of times they don't like doing that kind of thing because they're afraid, and rightfully so, that somebody will figure out a way to dupe it. And they just prefer just not to deal with it. But you never know. I mean, you can always do it. Otherwise, you know, sometimes you just got to bite the bullet and just sell everything. Just start over. I mean, engineering's a little bit, collective materials a little bit easier now. So it's not as horrifying as it used to be. It's still horrifying to some of us older guys because we remember the pain and the suffering that we had to go through. And that's bad. But nowadays, it's not so bad. Another Mando. Yeah, so, yeah, I don't know, Uncle Jay, why you would even, you know. Yeah, just, I don't know why you wouldn't just get another Mandalay. Just do it. You'll be fine. You will be fine, my friend. You will be fine. All right, boys and girls, anybody got any questions for me? I think for right now, we are in good shape. I'm going to have to probably go get some tritium. And then we're gonna make our way on the ship. We're gonna make our way back over to the AX area. So that'll take approximately 3 jumps. You know, so I'm probably not gonna sit around while we do that. But just in case, if you guys have anything else you want to know about, that's good to go. Today is the pulse of the community. So if you got some pulsey type things to tell me about, how you're feeling about things, what you're looking forward to, what you're waiting on, I'll be glad to repeat it right here. Am I awesome tonight? Willy-nilly? You know I am.
That's the most outstanding answer I've ever heard. You must have a goddamn IQ of 160. You are goddamn gifted. You're a goddamn genius.
So true, Willie. Thank you for the question. That was a beautiful, beautiful question. I couldn't have thought a better one myself. You know what I mean? Chat rate, concurrence, yeah. So we're doing, I see the loves coming in. I saw some hearts. Yeah, get some hearts going in the chat, boys. We need all the hearts. We're not doing a waifu today. Waifu will be tomorrow. Today is Galactic Pulse Day. On Galactic Pulse Day, and besides the wife, it's you can check out the thumbnail though, because Seo Jin-ae is on the thumbnail, but she's not one you guys are probably gonna be in love with. So we'll see. If you are, just let me know. Oh, I just went back to the place where I got it, but I think you might be able to turn it in anywhere. You'll have to look. Just go to any rail station. You have to go to a rail station. And then if not, just go back to wherever you turn them in at, where you turn the materials in. So Apura or wherever the other place was. And just turn it in. No matter what, I think if wherever you turn it in doesn't really matter, because the parts are still going to end up being stored at the Apura station. So you're still going to have to transfer them to yourself somewhere else, unless you plan on flying every single ship that you might put one on back to the thing. Now, once I get them back, we can obviously look at them and see if they help. We could actually, they might help with AX stuff, so I might try them on some AX ships, but I'm still going to need to see what kind of experimentals I might be interested in and how that works out. But so I'm sure that they're going to let us do experimentals. So I'll find out. I think it's going to be Marco that does the experimentals, because you don't have to do a level 5 experimental. There is no such thing. Just whoever's got the experimental, if they got the one you're looking for, that's just go there, even if it's only a level 1, because experimentals don't really have a limit like that. So, and other than that, my friends, last chance. Any more questions? I'm going to wrap it up and let you guys have a wonderful Friday evening. Like I said, you can find me in Scorpii sector. You saw that. It's in the description as well. And if you want to come out to California, that's where I will be coming out next. If you don't have a way there, I'll be glad to let you tag along. But, you know how it goes. You can tag along if you want to. You can go if you want to. You can leave your ships behind. Okay, there it is, boys. Take care of yourselves. Thank you for coming. We'll see you soon. Don't forget, join the Discord. Check out the Instagram. Come on, you guys, get on this. There's the Patreon if you want to join that. You can be a member right here on the channel. Do whatever you got to do. Otherwise, we'll see you tomorrow, 2:00 p.m. MST, Mountain Time. Google it for your time zone. Take care, you guys. Talk soon. As soon as I remember where the button is.
Stardust in your hair, you're a cosmic dream. Flying through the space on a laser beam. Galactic whispers calling out your name. Vortex squadron lights up just the same. Planet Emotional waves carry our creed. In the silent vacuum where whispers lead, our beacon is bright, it never will stray. Follow the trail into the Milky Way, wishing